Hello, everybody. Welcome to another practice session on Backgammon Galaxy. Today I'm playing Rumen Rasheev from Bulgaria. He is a very strong player, won the Bulgarian WBIF tournament. So I expect a good match and hopefully we'll get into some interesting spots. So he purchased both of my books, To Hit or Not to Hit, and The Theory of Backgammon. And if you're also interested in my books, just go to my website, or if you are interested in lessons for that matter. And of course, if you like the content, please press the corresponding button and subscribe to the channel. Okay, here we go. Okay, good game. 4-3. Not the greatest start. I guess he'll make the 4-point. Yep. 5-1. Enter on the 5 and hit. Seems to be clear. Yeah, what can he do? I would enter probably on the 23 and play 39, duplicating 4s. And that's a standard idea in the opening, yeah. That would be my play, because I need 4s to anchor up. And also 4 it, not with this 4. I think I just have to make the anchor. One 6 is clear, and then maybe all of them to the 7, the remaining 3, yeah. 3-6 is a hitter in the outfield. 4-6 goes out. 7-1 I think is really bad. Of course, now I have some double hits, so now this is unfortunate. I was hoping for something better. I really would like to put 2 checkers on the roof here. So if I just hit like this, then he has 2s and 3s to hit, and I feel, I mean, can that ever be correct? I mean, he has got another blot out there. Looks strange to break the 8-point. Is that an overplay? So he hits me, it's bad. He enters with 2 checkers. It looks really bad. So I will hit this checker, but I'm not sure at all. Maybe should have played tactically, but it feels like my position is falling apart if that doesn't work out. So he hits me, of course. And another 6. This time I have no choice, I think. He's considering a cube here. Yeah, 32 pips up in the race. Okay, I have the 5-point anchor. He's got some back checkers still to bring home. So I think the take is easy. I mean, I wouldn't say easy, but the take should be clear. Yeah, he has got some market losers. I mean, take is clear, as I said. For example, double 6s could really be awkward for me if I dance. Does he have to make both points? Probably 3-6. Anything but stepping out? Probably not. So I'll just do that. Wow, he's really good. with sixes. Good news is there's still one checker I can play against. I can contain. 4-2. So now it's all about containment, I guess. Maybe this. This is too many numbers, probably 6 numbers. Maybe this. I could also hit, and no, that's too much. I'm not gonna break my anchor and lose a gammon, I guess. Okay. Double fours is great. So still too early to recube. 6-1. So I think I have to take the risk, and if he misses me, might have a cube. This is interesting because now if I roll a 4 or a 5, I can easily lose my market. I mean, with that strong of a prime, yeah, if I don't, he still has a long way to go. So I will recube here. You can see market losers. It's a bit strange when you're down 60 pips, but this is all about priming. If I make my 8 point, I'm substantial favorite to do so, and he doesn't roll an ace immediately. He's in big trouble. So now I will run into the outfield, I guess. His aces are duplicated, so yeah. And now the plan is to slot the next priming point, make the 6 prime, if possible. So this is clear. Do I want to wait for another shot there? Maybe. Like this, maybe. But it's only 6-5. I won't do it. Ace 4, ace 5. Then he wouldn't have. I should have stayed there probably. Okay, anyway. So he would have stepped up, or if he steps up, he would have had to leave me a shot. So I think that was pretty bad. So now I slot the point as promised. Maybe like this, sixes. Yeah, I should have stayed there. Huh. Okay, 6-5. 6 prime. Nice. And now it's about rolling it forward. Okay, I want to use sixes to slot the deuce. Five, 4. He shouldn't hit. What 4? Only gives me a chance to win a gammon. I'm really a bit upset that I didn't see that. I mean, I should have stayed on the 20, I'm so sure. I don't know how big a deal it is. 5-2 doesn't look too great. So now can play like this. He rolls an ace, ace deuce, ace 3. Are not that great. Ace 6. Or I can play like this. The same ace deuce, ace 3. Yeah, I think I play like this. Is there anything else I can do? I cannot keep the prime. I cannot cover, so yeah. Problems where I least expected them. Okay, now that is done. The closeout, that is. Okay, looks like a single game, which is of course the most likely outcome. And that's Jin. Okay, 4-0 lead. Or 3. I will do the same. So now he has to cube very aggressively, of course. So I can split and make the 9, but this looks too dangerous. I will just make my bar point. There's a cube already. Maybe it's certainly close enough. So what's clear, it wouldn't be a big mistake to cube this. He has the advantage. There's some gammons in there. Okay, so we find ourselves in a prime versus prime. I guess I have to play like this. I have to build my counter prime. I cannot bring down 2 from the midpoint. Yes, quite a few hitting numbers, but what else can I do? I have to. Now he should definitely cube. I don't see much else here. Yeah, I mean, any hit. And he's a huge favorite with good gammon chances. So now he's going to split probably and play 13-9. At least that's what I would do. Yeah, put pressure on my blot on the 8 point. I think that's too big. I don't like it very much. I mean, the 9 point is nice to have now. Let's have blitzing potential. Yeah, that's the play. I'm glad that he reconsidered, and I feel he will find it. Or when I say that's the play, that's what I think he should do, and my opinion is strong. I still can be wrong, of course, but I have a strong opinion on this. Okay, 6-4. What I'm gonna... Can I do something like this? Then the 6s are good. I think that's a bit too ambitious. Certainly don't want to hit on the 3 and give up the mid. What about maybe like this? So if he dances, I still can blitz him and then pick up the blot. Huh. What else is there? And yeah, I have to be active here, I think. Do this. He dances. And now the 6 is clear. And if I cover, he dances, it's great. If he enters there, basically any entering number hits somewhere. So I strongly feel I want to send a 3rd checker back behind the prime. Okay. But that wasn't clear. Usually you make the point. But here it felt like I have a prime. A 3rd checker is important if... Okay, yeah, he is going for the prime 6-3 is really bad. I think I have to hit something because of his blots and builders. So, yeah. Just keep him off balance and hope to rule something better now. Which is not the case, unfortunately. So So now he has the 5 prime. I think he should slot his 3-point. Looks like the natural play. No, I really don't like this play. Really? I mean, you should have a very good reason not to make the 5 prime, and I feel that's not good enough. Question is, can I afford to split here? I mean, if I want to win, I have to split, of course. And then he can blitz me. But if I don't split and then he just makes the points, wow. No, now I have a... So he points on me. If he doesn't, I mean, I am losing the priming battle. If I just play like this, he runs into the outfield, makes point. I mean, I have to try and win this, I guess. Don't know. I mean, also these numbers are duplicated. It's dangerous, of course, but I can easily lose a gammon if I play differently. Not sure still about it, but if I'm going for the win, then that was the play. Yeah, I think he probably can step up. Yeah, this looks very solid. Now if I dance again, of course I'm in big trouble. Also, yeah, I would have stepped out because this 4 prime, okay, like this he doesn't have a problem at all. So yeah, should I have split? Question mark. Could have reduced my gammon losses, of course. But then I simply lose the game probably and still lose some gammons. So yeah, who knows? Okay, that's the closed board. Okay, and we probably will be down to a 3-point match. Still haven't figured out what to talk about. Well, I'm closed out. Yeah, I mean, of course, now I really have second thoughts about this 5-1 because it really feels bad now, and yeah, certainly increases wins, but also gammon losses. Well, okay, nope, he won't leave a shot. Okay, yeah, he just can play safe. Extremely unlikely that I will save it. Now even more unlikely. Whatever. Crossover and ace. Okay, I better get going here, so that's unsavable. Okay, 3-point match. Yeah, the 5-1. Another interesting position in that match was whether I should cover or not with the deuce or hit. As I said, or did I say, usually you make the point. But I felt this was different. So this is all Standard so far. He shouldn't hit on the ace, I think. No, that really looks bad with the stripped 6 point. He's got a decent priming structure. Yeah, 11-6 is better. Pretty sure about that. So that certainly makes the point. And I want to unstack my mid. And let's see what he rolls. Is this a cube from the bar, maybe? I have the stronger prime. I have certainly market losers. He has 3 checkers back. I have 2 checkers back. I should cube more aggressively. So you hear I'm talking myself into it. But yeah, with my strong priming structure, I will cube this. People have the tendency to be too conservative with the doubling decisions when they're on the roof. Strongly advise against it. So far, so good. So this was a big market loss. I still continue hitting because I'm not yet afraid about some one use back game because the timing looks horrible for that kind of back game. What I would like to do is make another priming point. Yeah, but 13-7 seems completely useless, so just step out. Yeah, he will try to get to a better back game, which is still badly timed, would be. So I will play this, I think. Why not? That was really a bad number for him. Yeah, 38 pips, so 28, so not enough timing. What do I do with the 5-2? I can make the 11. Do I need the 11? I want to have my builders. Maybe I just play like this. If he hits me, not too afraid. If I make the 11, I mean, I can also play something like this, but I really don't want to put checkers on top of the prime. It feels right to make the 11, to make this, but then giving him the aces, I'm not sure. Maybe I should play like this. Feels somehow wrong. Now I have fewer builders, but also don't want to get hit. Just rather want him to step out without hitting me. But I'm really, the 5-2, I don't feel really confident about. Five, 4. So now yeah, I really don't want him to make the, I mean, is that too big? I don't think so. Also want to win the gammon if possible. 5-1, so I can also make the deuce point. Ah, no, I'm a prime fan. I mean, now if he anchors on the deuce, not a big problem for me. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Something like this. I don't want to play the checkers too deeply to the home board. This is a Michi mountain structure. That's basically from the book. Always look for the mountain. Great contribution by Michi. And now, mountain. Taking a checker off. Maybe. I don't know. I have to. Maybe that was. 4 is forced. Ace probably here. Problem, the way I played it now, he's well timed, his ace point game. So, but I think, I mean, usually you hit like with a 5-4. Certainly increases the gammon wins, which is of course important here still. Two is great, so he will keep the anchor to get the double shot because he cannot lose a backgammon, or a backgammon doesn't count. So, okay, that was that. Okay, I wasn't able to say thank you. A good game. So yeah. Oh, that's nice. By the way. Yeah, the bad news is that there's not much to analyze on my part, or close to nothing, I guess. Good news is, of course, super happy. Great PR, and it didn't feel like decisions were just super straightforward all the time. So yeah, really super happy about that. He also played well as expected. And so yeah, let's look at some of the moves. So this is interesting because when I saw him playing that, I felt good about it. I liked his play, and it was a big mistake, or a sizable mistake. So he broke the midpoint, but he should have played like this. So let's look at the final position. So I guess the idea is don't disconnect your back checkers with the rest of the team. So if you play like this, it's like, I mean, if I hit on the bar point, I mean, these white back checkers could easily become isolated. And when he plays like this, there's better connection and stronger board, of course. And his plots on his side of the board are not in much danger of getting hit, because I won't break my anchor in order to hit anything. So yeah, interesting. So like, we both underestimated the difficulty for him to get these two checkers around the board without the midpoint. Okay. Then his cube. Yeah, I only said that the take was super easy. So my decision was actually clear. And you can see another proof that's not so easy to get these checkers around without any midpoint connection. His winning percentage is rather low for a position where he leads big in the race, and I have nothing except for an anchor. And his equity is decent, not great, but because of my anchor, there is not enough volatility, I guess. I mean, he has this crushing sequences, like after his double sixes, played well, by the way. If I dance, then he really has lost his market by a lot. But there are just not too many of these sequences. What could happen is, for example, he hits my blot on the 4 point, and then I somehow enter, and then it's probably still a take or not a big pass. So that there are just not too many big market losers. By the way, I think I have shown showed that to you already. If you want to see like an idea of how many market losing sequences, then you go to this analyze. And here you can see market loser 6.7%. Not enough. Yeah, what else? Okay, so then my moves, were, I was debating whether to put the checker on the 9, but okay, why did I plus it? Okay, so but this just too many shots, 6 numbers, and here it's only double fives, and double fives is good anyway. So yeah, and then we get to this here. Yeah, you can see Recube was good. Simply because his winning chances are really low if I manage to make the 8 point, which I did. I mean, let's look at this position now, or let's see how big my market loser was. So now I'm already at 85% winning chances. It's just so hard to get this checker home. And this one is interesting because I really hated my play in hindsight. And it was correct. Wow. So my idea, or the reason why I hated this, and I thought this must be better, something like this at least, is I saw the stepping up numbers like the ace 3, ace 5 that leave an additional blot. So that means he may not be able to step up even. But then, of course, which I didn't consider at all, and I got that right, by coincidence, this really loses on double aces if I stay there. And yeah, seems like since I'm such an overwhelming favorite to win, I just should protect against disaster sequences. So then I rolled the 5, the prime forward, and then I had to hit loose on the ace, couldn't make the close out. Nothing special. The next game, I'm really interested in my 5-1. And here, that's already a cube. Yeah, this is just borderline at the score. I think during gameplay, I mentioned how bad can it be at this score? Never can be a big mistake. And here, I should have given up the midpoint, too many shots. I mean, it's borderline, so better not even talk about it. It felt like here I really didn't want to isolate my back checkers. Cube is clear, and now there's also the volatility, and this is the play he found. I was criticizing this play, but he changed his mind. So this is the one. So that happens when you have a pretty good rule of thumb that I think I also mentioned in my to hit or not to hit book, that usually you make the point. But yeah, I thought it to be an exception because when you look at his entering numbers, there's hardly any number that enters and doesn't hit something. Of course, then I have the stronger board. So, but you can see, never mind, no big difference. But interesting that again, the rule of thumb holds. I guess that was my biggest mistake then in this match. So here, this I meant. That's the biggie. Wow. The 5-1. Okay, here I would have slotted, and I'm surprised that it's not clearer, so that his play is actually reasonable. I thought just make the 5 prime must be clearly correct. Probably reason being is that now he is already a substantial favorite, so he doesn't want to give me any jokers. But it's still slightly better to slot. And here wrong game plan, and wrong game plan sometimes means that you give away lots of equity. So he goes with the blitzing plan, and that puts him in danger of maybe never be able to jump my 4 prime. And so this is much stronger. I think I felt that. I commentated on that. I can't remember. But you can see how big it is. So basically, when you look at his PR, yeah, that's more than half. So he would have played below 2, actually, without that move. So barring that one decision, he played great. And yeah, then I just got blitzed. Yeah, the 5-1 I still haven't looked at. So that was actually pretty clear. 13-7 is just, when you look at the win percentages, I wouldn't say it's hopeless, but yeah, it's like 8 percentage points difference. And, which is always important, playing safe now with the anchor doesn't mean that you don't lose a gammon. So you can see you still lose 20% of gammons after this play, because oftentimes you crunch, and then maybe in the end you have to run out with one checker and get closed out. So staying back doesn't mean that you don't lose any gammons, and this increases gammons because it invites him to blitz me, but yeah, not by much, simply because the other variation also loses a substantial amount of gammons. And yeah, that we already looked at, and he won an easy gammon. So let's look at the double from the bar. You can see it's barely a take at the score. Maybe on plus it even becomes a pass, because plus is a bit more score sensitive. So he has to be more conservative at the score, and it seems like plus is a bit better in factoring in the score. So it's even a small pass already. And for anybody who saw that match and didn't like my cube, it's really a tendency, as I mentioned, that people hate to cube from the roof, especially when the opposing front structure is too good. But as you can see, would have been pretty big blunder not to do this. What else there? Now this, I was not sure how to handle his back game, but it seems like I got everything to the liking of XG, which is of course a little bit coincidence. I'm looking for this 5-2, which I wasn't sure. I was toying with something like this, but they seem to be all wrong, because usually XG doesn't want to put these checkers on top of the prime, and my plan should be to build the prime from the back. But yeah, I mean, he's really happy to hit me here. So what, 18, yeah, that was another consideration, but yeah, that felt wrong in the end with 3 blots. So in the end, the safe and simple play was correct. And just to show you how important it is to not be scared when the opponent has a strong board, here it's really about taking a little bit of risk now in order to finish him off, basically, if this works. So you can see all the other, I mean, I have to hit on the 8, but all the other plays are blunders. They win fewer games, win fewer gammons. So just to show you that, and the rest was some technical details. Yeah, okay, I didn't see this. Yeah, I was wondering. Remember, I commented. Now the way I played it, the bad thing about it is that like that, I cannot destroy his timing. So you can see XG very slightly prefers to make the 6 prime and not the 5-point board. And that increases the chances for him to crunch, because it's more likely that he will enter with these 2 checkers. So this is certainly the DMP move. So when you look at the winning percentage, if it's just about winning, then yeah, it's clearly correct. At this score, my play also loses a bit of appeal because it should win more backgammons, and I don't need a backgammon. So now just out of curiosity, let's bring up another XG. I really want to know for money if my play is maybe correct because of the backgammons, but yeah. And yeah, now you indeed make the point. So where's the top play? But it's all really small. But I'm just showing this to you so you can see what other score dependent factors are there. Here, the quiet play is only a contender, or is only on top because backgammons don't matter. So I went a bit into detail, just that is what I can do when the match is rather short. Looking forward to doing some more of these featured videos with yeah. But yeah, if you're interested, just text me. Anyway, guess that was it. Yeah. Again, very happy about this performance, and yeah, until next time.